The most recent version of the Honda CB650R is a two-part story. On the one hand, the bike appears nearly identical to the previous model, the frame and engine are essentially the same, and although there have been a few small alterations, they are difficult to notice without close inspection. On the other hand, it presents Honda's recently developed e-clutch technology, which appears to be revolutionary. Thus, we have a very familiar product combined with something extremely fresh and maybe revolutionary. Aside from the e-clutch, the CB650R includes a redesigned headlamp unit, updated air intakes, and a modified tail. Although the 649 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine's intake valve timing has been adjusted to increase low-end torque, power is still only 94 brake horsepower, thus it will probably only be 47 horsepower to comply with A2 license requirements. Honda's suspension system still consists of a rear 130mm travel monoshock and a 41mm non-adjustable Showa fork with 120mm of travel. But in 2025, the compression damping is stiffer and the spring rate is lower. The most obvious non-e-clutch modification is probably the replacement of the previous LCD with a new 5-inch color TFT, which is also seen on motorcycles like the CB500 and CB750 Hornet. You may put the bike in first gear at a stop without touching the clutch lever, knowing that you won't stall and wobble ahead uncomfortably. To the right of the TFT is a green light that indicates the e-clutch is active. You can go into a submenu and turn it off. As a rider, doing this the first few times goes against your instincts, but you soon come to trust the method. In terms of gear shifts, they go smoothly up and down the box. Although the lessened shifting shock is instantly apparent, the system still cuts gasoline with each shift, much like a quickshifter, so the shifting is not as smooth as it would be on a DCT. As a result, you continue to feel deeply engaged in the act of changing gears. It's also important to note that gear changes are always seamless, in contrast to quickshifters, which may make short shifts from first to second with little throttle input difficult. The bike is in good condition overall. Although the launch course's roads were typically rather smooth, some of the suspension's most basic parts still managed to provide a surprisingly luxurious feel. The handling is still a compromise between comfort and poise. You must ride the old and new bikes back-to-back to truly appreciate the difference, but the spring rate and damping adjustments undoubtedly assist. Both are designed to smooth out the suspension strokes early travel. The sporty riding posture and high, but not uncomfortable, pegs of the CB650R motivate you to keep going. This bike gives you confidence and, if you tamper with it a little, it usually doesn't give up. The 649 cubic centimeters engine of the CB650R offers a lot of versatility for an inline-4, regardless of what the gear indicator indicates. You can cruise in a high gear and still have a pleasant ride at low RPM. You should, however, rev it all the way to its red line of 12,500 RPM if you want to appreciate it. In the final few hundred RPM, the new engine truly reveals its true nature in the classic inline-4 fashion. If you want that kind of thing, that's fantastic, but when you have two 270-degree cranks and 3 cylinders from competitors that feel and sound fantastic at all RPM, it all feels a little old school. Regardless of your level of experience, the CB650R remains a good option for a sporty naked bike. Although there are more intriguing and unique alternatives available, such as the Suzuki GSX-8S, Triumph Trident 660, and even the Honda CB750 Hornet, the CB650R offers classic 4-cylinder excitement in a manageable compact. Its improvements just increase its allure, but it's still a fantastic price, and you can rely on Honda's build quality, dependability, and dealer assistance. Considering that purchasing a manual and adding an auxiliary quickshifter would actually cost more, it would seem obvious that you should specify the e-clutch. It uses sophisticated technology to eliminate the tiresome part of riding. Considering that this is the system's initial iteration, the e-clutch is outstanding overall. It will probably improve going forward, gaining from further development similar to Honda's DCT, and its application on other motorcycles is certain.